Hello, everybody out there. We have an exciting announcement that just was dropped today, just released. Google's been hinting at this for a while, moving the Google LSA platform over to Google Ads. The rumor's been floating around. Now it's official. They're finally making the move. It is official.
Yeah, so Google just released their press release today that they are moving LSA into the Google Ads platform as a Performance Max pay-per-lead campaign. Now, I know a lot of us are familiar with Performance Max, thinking it's a complete change of the way that LSA runs right now, but it's not. They are kind of changing this specific type of Performance Max to meet what LSA does already.
That's right. And there's going to be some changes. So some things will remain the same. Some things will change. We're about to go through what you can see that's going to be a little bit different in the new Google Ads platform.
Yeah. So what's staying the same? You're still going to have the pay-per-lead, not pay-per-click like Google Ads, strictly staying as pay-per-lead. And it will continue to only show on Google Search and in Maps, whereas PMax generally shows on many other platforms. You can continue using the same LSA ranking factors, so review, responsiveness, and proximity. And then it will be staying separate from the rest of your PMax campaigns that run across YouTube, Gmail, Discover, things like that.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, just the LSA platform, it's going to be going away. So if you don't have a Google login, make sure that you can log into Google Ads. That's where you're going to start seeing your performance of your LSA, and also your leads are going to be in there as well. They're going to be housed in the Google Ads platform.
Main thing that's actually changing is everything is moving into one platform. So instead of having to go back and forth between the LSA dashboard and Google Ads, you'll now be all in one place.
So what is changing as far as bidding? How are we gonna still get leads? Google's changing over to daily budgets. So moving away from the weekly budgets, you're going to see the exact same thing that you'd see in a PPC campaign of a daily budget.
They're also getting rid of the manual cost per lead bidding, right?
So manual cost per lead out the window as well.
Other change when it comes to bidding, campaigns will use one target CPA instead of separate for each category. That kind of goes back to the manual bidding. So basically that specific piece is all going away. Again, this is kind of what we've seen with Google in general, the direction that they're heading. They want less optimization, more automation. So they're moving towards this, especially with putting LSA into the Google Ads platform. It allows Google to make some of those changes all in one ecospace.
Exactly. Which, speaking of automation, the direct connection between your Google business profile and LSA is going to sync. So Google was already hinting at that. They wanted things to be the same with the GBP profile and your LSA. Now the edits that you're making in the GBP profile are going to reflect in your LSA platform.
Yeah, so that connection is becoming even more important. Having your business name, address, and hours are now going to be pulling into your LSA. Don't worry, it doesn't impact the phone number. You can still have separate tracking numbers. But now your business name from GBP will be your business name on LSA. Same with your address and hours. If your GBP is not accurate, this is the time to make sure it's accurate.
A couple things that are going away. The reports section is going to be moving away from that. You did see the reports tab in LSA. In Google Ads, that will be gone.
That lead history won't necessarily go away. You'll know if that customer has come back previously, but that reporting on it will be gone. So what do we need to do right now?
That's a really good question, Heidi. Download your reports right now. In your current LSA platform, download those. Download that historical data and download the reports that are in there.
What else do we have to be concerned about? So you don't have to rush. Google is slowly rolling this out, starting with a smaller chunk of accounts, even as early as next month, and then rolling through the rest of them into early 2027. So big pieces, again, highlighting, download your historical reports, review your campaign settings after the migration, know that you're losing access to that LSA dashboard after that migration. Review your budget, service area, and lead routing, and make sure your GBP is up to date. Basically, these are the top items that you need to be prepped for with this migration.
Exactly. And unfortunately as well, the BBB link that's connected into the LSA, that's going away. So make sure that you have your new business bio attributes selected once that goes away. So you're probably wondering where the lead's going to be in Google Ads. Inside the Google Ads platform, there's going to be a lead manager where you'll be able to see the leads that do come in. So keep an eye out for where those are going to be housed inside the Google Ads.
Overall, sounds like this is going to be a really positive move for Google. Instead of having to deal with multiple platforms, different setups, all these different pieces, you can now handle everything LSA and Google Ads in one ecosystem. So there are obviously a few changes coming, but the LSA product itself is not changing. You'll still be staying as pay-per lead. You'll still only be paying for those qualified leads, showing in the same areas, same placements, same best practices apply. Just a few edits that we need to make to your profile.
Absolutely. Yeah. The more we learn, of course, we'll share, but you'll start seeing it in the next couple months. 2 weeks ago, we sent out an update about Google extensions, and with that, Google has announced an expiration date with their leads, which in message leads is a 15-day cycle. So if there's no activity within that message lead after 15 days, Google will consider that expired.
So basically, also what that means is if the consumer reaches out after that 15 days, Google considers that a new lead.
New lead. If you do reach out to that consumer after that 15 days, then it'll continue that same message chain that you already had previously going.
One of the other changes, along with that 15-day lead expiration, is the tracking number. So even if that lead expiration is only 15 days, that tracking number expires after 60 days of no use. So basically, when you are calling a consumer, you have to use that PIN or tracking number to actually reach that consumer. After Google sees no more traffic on that phone number for 60 days, they get rid of it. So make sure that as you're reaching back out to those consumers, you're getting their actual phone number so you can continue any conversation past that 60-day mark.
So once that number is called back through the tracking number and then the extension number, Google will then register that lead. So then if the number needs to get called back, you don't need to manually enter that tracking number again. It'll already register it in your system. And then it'll reboot that 60-day window again once there's activity. So your tracking number will be active for another 60 days within the Google platform.
Big takeaway with it, there is a little bit of setup that first time you reach out to a consumer with that PIN, but continued follow-up with that consumer should get easier. You shouldn't have to continue using that PIN. Google will know that's who you're reaching out to. That 15 days of no communication on a message lead can make a new lead come in. So there's a lot of changes going on right now, but it should overall help with repeated follow-up with a consumer.
It should. And I would say that if Google's trying something, I would say to try it. Try to put these tracking numbers and call them back and use the extension numbers, just like they were doing the rating of leads, about a year ago. They tested that out. I think that's going away as well. But Google likes to try things. I think they like to help people that are doing things with them. So try those extension numbers, callbacks, and see if you can help that overall responsive rate within your platform.
Biggest thing, test it.
Yep.
Make sure your CSRs understand how that forwarding number works with those pins. Have them test it maybe with even a couple different phone numbers that you have in your system to make sure that it's actually registering your callback. Keep an eye out for any other API updates over the next coming weeks as Google continues rolling this out and connecting to Google Ads. And we'll keep you posted on any other changes coming.